to you from Baltimore, Maryland. It's time for Wendy and Friends, the ever so lovely, adorable, and green-eyed masterpiece of her father Jack, the funny, the charming, the only Wendy Townsend.
It's a good tune.
It's the time of the season.
Somebody requested it.
Love runs high.
I don't know who that could
In
be.
this time, give it to me easy. And
I hope it was the host because she's got great taste in tunes.
I have heard that.
take you in this time to promised lands to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for
Podcasting.
Hit the hook. There you go.
Oh, that's just me drinking my vodka. Welcome, everyone, to the old Wendy and Friends. And the friend that joins me on the couch today, Eric Woodworth.
Hey, how's
How-
it going, Wendy?
How are you?
Terrible all the time.
Tell me
for sure.
everything.
Tell you everything.
Tell me everything.
Just-
Why are you terrible? What was it? What happened?
I don't. There's just
Let me
a
fix
laundry
that.
list. We could just go through the things that are right with me, and with this that would.
All right, well, tell me those two things, and then we can continue.
Huge dick, number one.
Yeah.
Small.
Oh,
dick,
so
number two.
I think the second thing should be really good at lying.
really good at lying. Those are the two in general. But no, thank you for having me on the show. It's really
Yeah, well,
exciting
thanks
to
for
be out here.
thank you for canceling the first time,
Yeah, anytime.
and then I really appreciate you sticking it out the second time.
I canceled in advance though. There was
Yeah,
a
you
very
know,
well-advanced
actually,
thing.
you're right, and thank you for doing that because two people have not canceled in advance, and those two people probably won't be invited back
Well,
because they
goes to
really
show
put me in a
them.
pickle. Here's the thing: I get it. It's a podcast. It's free, and you know you don't
Wait a
want
minute, this is free?
right exactly.
Shit.
Although we're paying you in vodka, so I really hope you enjoy that.
It's nice.
But I do have a nice little chunk of following, and I feel like if you want to get your name out and people who do listen, like come up to me at shows, they want to see these people. People write in that the jokes are funny and so is funny, and I get it. It's a podcast. It's nothing great. However, you put me in a serious fucking pickle because I book months in advance, and then here I am, like I've got 6 hours, 10 hours, and I'm literally going out of my way to find somebody to like cover. That bothers me. You canceling in advance, awesome. Totally can handle that. That's awesome. You know how people are like, please give me at least 24-hour notice. Like,
Well, I'm a scheduled person myself.
Yeah.
I got kids. I gotta
thank you, Michael. That's for you, Eric. That clap is for you.
I gotta put everything on the map. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to go anywhere. So like, even if I'm going to open mic, I usually like have to run it by the wife.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to sidebar on this. So you're like, is it a paid gig? I'm like, define paid.
Yeah. As in, I paid for the gas to get there, sweet cheeks, because that's what I did.
That's exact. I got a ride to this one, so I didn't have to pay for gas.
Yeah.
And I'm usually good
Paying
at,
for it
like,
as in, like, I'm paying for it because I'm on the couch tonight? Like, is that... Squeaky squeaks.
So, but yeah, no, I couldn't make you last time because the old wife had the one who makes the money in our family. Should
The
I
breadwinner?
say? The breadwinner.
There
God
it
bless my
needs
wife,
to
by
be
the
one of
way,
those.
because I wouldn't be able to be here tonight if she didn't make like triple what I make. So. She's one more ways away from me being a stay-at-home dad comedian, so
Great.
I'm right on the cusp.
We'll
here.
just call you Mr. Mom Woodworth.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do whatever. I'd love to be a stay-at-home mom dad comedian. It'd be great.
Yeah.
A Ustream and YouTube star.
Now,
Yeah.
I've known you for years. I don't think I've ever met your wife.
You probably not. My wife is great. Her name's Tracy, and
Hi, Tracy.
don't worry, she's not listening.
I
She-
know.
she
I'm not
doesn't-
worried because you don't listen, and you're a
she doesn't-
fucking guest, you piece of shit.
I told you. Well, listen. It was the intent that I wanted to listen to.
You know those
multiple
hour-long
times.
drives you take to Gaithersburg to write songs with your local comedian friends?
Yeah.
You could have listened in that 1 hour.
You're right. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm completely wrong. I guarantee.
He's like, I only listen to shows where people
I-
bring me up in them. Fucking A, buddy, we bring you up all the time.
I didn't know. Okay, listen. I didn't know.
I actually have it written down on my paper when we talk about the room that you run
Yeah.
and how it's everyone's favorite room. I kind of want to be like, it fucking sucks.
It is. It's not great. I mean, I would agree that it's pretty bad, but
Yeah, but it's
people keep coming, so I'm not. I don't know.
because it's a favorite.
It is. It's a fun room. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. I've been, what is it, 3 years now in the
It's a
game?
good. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Definitely in my top 3.
It's I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with just where it is. I think it's in that old historic Ellicott City
Yeah.
place and the venue, and it's
I think it's
very
good-
quaint.
I think it's a good
Very
in-betweeny spot too, because I mean, Ellicott City is 30 minutes away from me, but 30 minutes away from the person in Frederick. You know what I mean? Like it's
right
it's a
from-
really good middle spot.
It hits northern Baltimore and Frederick real hard, and
I'm just saying, it's a good middle spot.
it is good, and it's
If
on
you were
Wednesday
running,
nights.
say, Mike Turpin's room at what, Main Street up in
Yeah.
Bel Air,
Yeah.
you fucking
That's
Jesus
a hike.
Christ.
You're not going anywhere else. I mean, that's a
Right.
commitment.
That is
Although-
a commitment.
Although some people do
unless
shoot
you come
down.
from like Delaware.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm in Delaware.
the first state. So yeah, it's good. I'm on year 4 of
Missy
running
just
that room.
unfriended us.
Missy
Missy
Grinwood's-
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski.
Yeah, she married. She actually married Gronkowski last night. That's why her
She
name
did?
changed to
Good
that.
for her. Good for her.
I love Missy.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. She's the kind of teacher that you would expect to be.
I just told
like
her I
what-
wish half my teachers had been as funny as she was.
Yeah,
She's wonderful.
but she definitely has like that kind of mugshot that if like you saw like a newspaper article that like teacher fucks kid like in
Yeah.
Missy's picture, I'd be
You know
like,
why? Because you look at her and be
Okay.
like, you would look at her and be like, she's a fucking hot teacher.
yeah, you would. You
Yeah,
would.
you're like, she's got
Yes,
some
I
massive
would.
tatas. She's got a beautiful smile and those cute little freckles. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna fucking eat her face off.
And she's the type of lady that you slip a couple wine mixers in her. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, things are getting loose. Papers are getting
did-
thrown off the
She didn't
desk.
drink.
I
Shit's
really
getting real.
enjoy that he says wine mixers when we know he's talking about like Arbor Mist or Boone's Farm.
She didn't drink here.
By the way, did you see the 3 bottles of Arbor Mist on my buddy's step?
I
on the
didn't.
way in?
I didn't. But good
Not
for
mine.
you.
Yeah.
Not mine.
We don't have plants here. We have Arbor Mist. Those are that's the decoration outside. You didn't see that?
I
we went
didn't.
out of our way.
You know, I was so blown away when I came up.
Should we mention
because-
who they belong to?
Sandy, right?
That's right.
Yeah, his roomie must love the mist.
Oh, Arbor Mist. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I was blown away because when I came up, it's kind of very dimly lit. There's purple lighting. There's a giant truck. I'm thinking Hills Have Eyes type stuff. I'm
Yeah.
hoping, double checking the little
Justin
Facebook
Schlegel
message.
immediately told me, he goes, even though Josh agreed to an interview, he will never do it up here. He's going to think that you're going to put him in a well and skin him.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe just like a little picture of daytime, what it looks like, you know. That way when you get to the nighttime creeper part, it's not that
I
scary,
actually
you
hate
know?
to break
Can't
this
work
to
on
you,
that.
but the sunlight doesn't hit this place. It's a cloud of darkness.
For like
it
4
dark?
hours, 3-4 hours.
No, it's
I
not
can-
even. It's gloom. It's doom and gloom.
I can't buy solar panels. They won't work.
True.
Yeah.
Run off methane gases.
Yeah.
I think that's what
We'll just let you
that's
think
what the
that.
green crowd is full of now.
Let's talk about the first time I met you. Do you
Oh,
do you
yeah.
remember this? It was years ago at the old open mic at High Tops Bar and Grill, Timonium, Maryland, T. Brad Hudson's room.
Yes.
Probably one of the first 10 open mics I've ever done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got introduced to him by Dave Schofer.
Okay. Okay.
And
Lucky you. Lucky
yes,
you.
I
they
know.
don't even talk
Good old
anymore.
Uncle
I
Dave.
know I have
They hate
photos.
each
I
other
have
so
photos
much.
of them together. That's how long I've been doing this.
Yeah.
Not long at all. And I feel like,
It was
It-
6 months ago.
can I tell you how fun this is? Here's the thing. I've been doing a couple open mics, a couple competitions, nothing. I'm like telling jokes. I'm writing jokes. I don't know what else is going on out there.
All right.
I'm watching this show and there's 2 people. There's a duo, and I'm like, hey, there's a duo. This is fun. I gotta see what's going on here. Nobody talk to me. Don't distract me. And then I don't know what happens, but like comedy set turns like weirdo, murderous, like crazy, fake blood happening in the audience all over
Right.
the floor set, and I was in shock and awe to a degree where I was like, I honestly don't know what I just witnessed. I didn't know who you were, who your brother were, or who your
No,
brother
I-
was. I didn't know any of you guys. And this is me like learning everybody, learning everything, and I had no idea what I witnessed.
So, it wasn't it was T Brad's birthday show, wasn't it? I think it was. I believe it was in December.
Was that the one with
we
like
do-
Matt Betts and like
Yeah, I
Larry
think it was-
Poon and
No, that was
Justin
the year
did
before.
the Aristocrats?
We've done. I usually go up for T Brad's birthday. At least if I don't go at all, I'll definitely try to hit up that or the Halloween show.
Okay.
But my brother, for those of you guys who've never met my brother, he's not relevant. Just to let you know. But he's
Jeremy Woodworth is relevant
he's-
because I spent an entire live 98 Rock morning show feed at a Highs in Ellicott City with your brother standing in front of me with a Be Positive t-shirt.
Well, those were our Michael Friedman T-shirts that we
Yes,
still
but
wear
I mean
very proudly.
the entire time with his
And,
jacket open.
Well, that's how he just rocks. You know,
And
I can't.
I mean, he
can't change that.
jammed out.
But Jeremy does a lot of character comedy, I guess, and
Right.
a lot of the stuff will be things that will hide in the background. I'm usually a part of it, but not to the audience. I'm not. People don't know I'm generally in on it, but now it's harder now that most of the comedy
Yeah.
people around here know who I am and who he is. But for this particular bit, he does a character called the Amazing Benny, who is, pardon any listeners, who plays basically a retarded person. A lot of people are down on the R word. You're not supposed to use it, but
I say
Mentally
it.
challenged.
I say
well, you don't say like this kid freaked out on me and mentally challenged, used his mentally challenged strength to lift off the car. That just sounds
Yeah.
stupid. You just say
Yeah.
retard strength, and that explains it. But so we're there, and my brother does this thing where he decided to go out as the Amazing Benny is the character's name, and basically do hacky jokes, like ripped off jokes, like really popular bits by like Eddie Murphy and like George Carlin. And I was heckling him from the crowd purposely. And I get up and I say, "You're just stealing all these jokes. What the hell's wrong with you?" And I freaked out. And we have a little argument on stage, and he bites me in the neck, and I had a blood rig underneath my hooded sweatshirt that started squirting
Yeah.
crystal light blood, and just everybody's up with their cell phones like taping this. And we ended with like a musical number to CNC Dance Factory or something like
Yeah.
that. And I got the rules changed at High Tops that you could no longer do like anything that involved blood or something
you
that you needed
want-
to clean up. There was like months though, like they painted the ceiling tiles black because I like blood redded like 3 or
Yeah.
4 ceiling tiles.
Do you want to
up
see my
there.
face the whole time I watched it?
Shock it off. That's pretty much every Jeremy Woodworth said is that. Was what
I
you
definitely
get.
was like,
So,
what is happening? I was like, is this real? Is this a thing that people do? I didn't know.
It was a real thing that we did, and yeah, that's so. My brother comes up with these kind of crazy ideas, and he's got a couple more that he's coming back out on. He should be out on Wednesday. He's making a special appearance to do one at Coco Lane this Wednesday. So if
You
you want to check
know
it out,
what?
it's
Look,
pretty
don't
good.
you mean tomorrow Wednesday?
tomorrow Wednesday.
Don't you
Tomorrow
dare
Wednesday.
entice me with such things because I'm a lady that goes to bed at like 9. So if I make it there, it better be worth.
Well,
my
he's
fucking
gonna
time.
open. So if you're gonna do there, you get there at 9, and then just leave before Chris or Steve-O gets up, and you'll be fine.
You know what? Since you brought it up,
This guy gets on every podcast.
you know why? Because he's that fucking guy. Give me. Here's the thing. I don't dislike Chris Restivo, even though I can show you fucking Facebook messages that could prove otherwise. I don't dislike him, but I do think he gets way too much publicity for whatever it is that he's doing.
Oh.
But here's the thing: when I was dating Chris, I said, no, not Chris Restivo, Chris DeBoard.
No, Chris or Steve-O.
No, when I was dating Chris,
Continue with the story.
when I was dating Chris DeBoard, he and I would talk.
Wait a minute, you two are not dating anymore?
No.
You guys are broken up.
Yes.
So he's available?
Yeah, he's available. Yeah. You can. Eric,
sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you can have all of that.
The face of pure ecstasy I'm making right now. Oh
I know.
my god.
He's an attractive,
By the way,
good-looking dude with a big dick. We get it.
So,
You
by
can
the way,
have it.
Chris was supposed to be on this roast a couple weeks ago, right?
DeBoard or Restivo?
DeBoard, right? And we'll get back on the Restivo thing in a second.
You mean the roast of?
Yeah, John Yeager, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I wrote jokes about Chris DeBoard, but he didn't show up, so I didn't feel nice doing them. But since we're on a podcast, I'll definitely do them.
You know, he definitely listens.
Yeah, he definitely. He's clearly. Who would not stalk you after
I
being
mean,
with you?
I do have
mean,
a sweet,
it's-
delicious snatch. You should be stalking me at all
Exactly.
times.
So I wrote this one about Chris DeBoard that I said Chris DeBoard dated Wendy Townsend, and so also Mike. She also dated Mike Turpin, which makes Wendy the first person to make 2 local Tom Arnolds in one place.
I like that. You should have done it anyway.
I did. I didn't do it.
You
I had to
didn't,
get
'cause I was
everybody
there.
else. Yeah.
Michelle Belenky took everybody out, and I fucking cheered like a
Michelle was
champ.
on fire though.
She was
Michelle
on fire. She was on fire, Crotch. You're right.
So what we're back on Restivo, right?
Right.
We're talking about.
You know, here's the thing, and I'm gonna tell. I don't know if I told you, Michael. When Chris DeBoard and I talked about it, and him like getting this attention, that's when you and I were planning our little skit that we were doing.
Right.
And you said the cutest thing, and I remember telling Chris at the time, I love the way that Eric describes the Chris Restivo situation. You say that he's the underdog and, he's not quite developed. He's not really, forward thinking. But you guys always cheer for him. He's the quote-unquote Rudy of Coco Lane. And, he's the Rudy of comedy that you guys always put him
Yeah.
I'm getting over a cold, so sorry.
I get legitimately excited when he gets on
Right,
stage.
and that's what I'm telling you, is that you genuinely are in the background cheering him on, but with all good intentions.
Okay.
And that's not what everybody else is doing.
No, and I get it. Some people are out there that are there to they're definitely there to take shots at Chris Restivo. And I get that because he's an easy target. Well, if you think about it, I just draw the connotations of with Rudy and with Chris Restivo, because Rudy, let's be honest, he was the little guy that had no business playing football at all.
Yeah.
Chris
and then you were like,
Restivo
wow,
is
that was John Favreau and Vince Vaughn in the same movie before Swingers. That's awesome.
Right, which is also kind of good point. So they're both little guys that should have no business being and doing what they're doing, but they're so goddamn persistent. You know why he's on every podcast? He probably sends 1 million messages and tags 1 million people
Well,
a
he's
day.
never been a guest.
He's
never been a guest, but he's talked about a lot.
He's a hard worker. He doesn't. The other thing is that he's funny and he doesn't realize when he's funny.
He's made the War Network.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I know, with a lot of hate.
So and
That works.
I mean, we get it. Bad press is press. We
it
get
is. It is.
Exactly.
No, I totally understand.
And he's interesting to listen to. By the way, I played a random friend because I wanted to see, is it just a local comedy thing that people find this to be funny? So I played the Robin Joe Show episode of Restivo and the tennis ball and all that, and showed him one of his YouTube videos. My friend Blake, who has nothing to do with the comedy world, just thought it was the most hilarious thing he'd ever heard. So it's not just us who think this is entertaining. It's every I would say almost
but
everybody
can you
who
look me in
listens
the
to
eyes
it.
right now? I'm not entertained by any of it.
You're not. You don't have
I had
to
to
be.
introduce him in front of a sold-out crowd at the Baltimore
How did
Comedy
he do?
Factory.
How did he do?
He ate a fucking dick.
Listen, and
Yeah, but
that's gonna
no, but
happen.
here's the
But listen,
thing.
when you were in it 6 months, how many dicks did you eat?
You know where I didn't eat the dicks? In a fucking sold-out show at the Baltimore
It's true,
Comedy
but
Factory.
how many sold out shows had you done 6 months in? You gotta give the kid a shot. He's getting funnier. I do believe he's actually getting
Look,
funnier.
I
Listen,
don't hate him, but
his
I'm telling
interviews
you,
aren't bad.
I don't hate him, but I'm telling you, I got put in a fucking awkward position. I'm in a show with Joe Robinson, Justin Schley, Chris Restivo, and Joe tells me, he goes, when you bring him up, say, you had nothing to do with it. So I say to the audience, I'm like, I had nothing to do with it. And I bring him up. He's got 5 minutes. He's getting lit early on 5 minutes. And here's the thing, everybody in the audience, I swear to God, they're like, oh my God, you're so funny, and Justin was great, oh my God, I love his Adderall, blah, blah, blah. And then they go,
But
who was that guy that, he wasn't getting any laughs, and I felt really bad for him.
Listen, he's very developmental, but he's an up and coming guy, right? He's working at it. He's funny in ways that people don't realize are funny. He said this one line the other night. He's like, and he was like Coco Lane, and he has decent impersonations, right? He just doesn't have really good jokes for them yet, but his impersonations aren't bad. But he said this one thing. He was like, I went to go smoke some opium. I just thought it was Chinese tobacco, and everybody started dying, laughing, because that's hilarious. But he didn't get that how funny that was what he said. So I think if he sticks with it, he might be he could be at a Tom Myers any day right now, and he could get up there. I do think.
He could also half own a restaurant.
And they
in
hate
Bel
each
Air.
other. By the way, I don't understand why Tom Myers
Because Chris Restivo
hate
picks
each other.
fights with people.
I know he's such a bully. He's such
He's
an
an
imposing
online.
farce.
He is an
He's such
online
a-
bully. He picked so many fights with Tom Myers, and Tom's like, "What the fuck are you doing, kid?"
Well, Tom likes it to an extent until he blocked him. Now he's completely done with it. And I actually like Tom Myers. He's a great guy.
I've never disliked him.
I enjoy his presence whenever I get to see him.
He's a good guy. He's always nice. He's nice to me.
Yeah.
Chris Restivo's not nice to me.
What did Chris do to you?
Fuck that. We're not talking. My whole podcast is
did
going to be
he
about
hurt
Chris
you?
Restiva. You're the guest.
I want to know how Chris hurt you.
I will show you the mess. He didn't hurt me. Fuck that kid. He can't hurt me.
You're a little sour. I can smell
I'm
it.
sour because he thinks that he's something that he's not, and it bothers me.
Well, that's
And
the
he-
other thing I like about Chris Restiva. He lives in a happy world. Do you understand? Like,
Yeah, you
when
know
have
what
you
we
ever
call
gone-
that? It's autism. That's a happy world when you
Listen,
are genuinely disoriented and you have no idea what's going on with the outside world.
That's a happy world. Why would you want to break that world?
I
that
don't
he
want to
lives
break
in?
that world. But
I
then,
love it.
Here's the thing: I don't want to break a world, and I like that he's happy. I really do. I want to fucking high five that kid. But you know what? I don't want you to fucking break me into this world. I'm not happy. Don't pull me into it. I'm a fucking hardworking son of a bitch. I have 3 jobs. Leave me alone.
Listen, when Chris gets off stage to nothing but silence, and he gets off and goes, "Hey man, I think I did pretty great." I don't think any of us have that ability to do that. That's a powerful thing to not want to eat a gun every time you get
And
off
you know
stage.
what? That's where sarcastic undertone comes in. Where you go, yeah, you fucking killed.
yeah. Well, his sense of sarcasm is very low. I'll give him that.
You know what we call that? I'm not going to say it again. But that's what it's called.
Autistic or
What? That is you said that.
You
That is
said it.
crazy. That is,
where you
I
can
hate to
draw
break
good.
it to you, but we have complete editing control over this.
Oh yeah, live edits.
Yeah.
Live edits.
Never.
Did Eric Woodworth call me that?
No, first of all, Chris is probably like I probably have like messages right now. Thanks
He's
for
like, "Why
messaging.
you guys-
Thanks for messaging me.
You guys
bro."
hate me, man. Wendy hates
I don't hate Chris. Everybody
Blah,
does.
blah, blah, blah,
Chris will be first of all. You do know I got a signed tennis ball from Chris Restivo.
I believe it
Robin
because
Joe
he
didn't
does the
get
best
shit.
impression of a fucking tennis ball. They
Listen-
probably get harassed because he wants to do his podcast all the time.
Wendy is very upset that I brought up Chris Restivo. in
I'm
5
not
minutes.
upset
But we can
that
bring
you
up the
brought
next
up Chris-
topic.
No, I'm not upset. I'm actually going to read these messages to you. Since
I
we're
want to
on
hear
the
these
topic.
messages.
All right.
They're
So,
inspirational. Can we get some
I
inspirational
make,
music?
I
while
make
we
a
listen to that?
status. I make a give us some bed music. I make a status,
Like 300.
and he says something to me about me disagreeing with him. But here's the thing: he kept commenting about his disagreement, and then he inevitably ended up agreeing with the article that I posted.
Okay.
And I said, "You are just basically proving all the points that I just made. You agree with this person.
Okay.
Why is
Yeah.
this argumentative? Like I was so confused. I didn't get it. So then I sent him a private message because I was tired of this comment thread blowing up. And I said, it's not me. Fucking A. I said, it's not me. God damn this fucking phone. I hate smartphones.
Just unflip it. It'll work.
I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Okay, so I wrote, it's not me you're disagreeing with, it's someone's wife in an article. You talk in circles and it's mind numbing. He
Okay.
writes, you agree with her, I disagree with you. You don't have to be so mean all the time. You know I'm nothing but nice to you and you always seem to treat me like an asshole. Whatever, you have your opinions, but don't try to make it sound like I'm hijacking people's stuff because I said my insight or opinion. I'm just saying it comes off like you're very rude, that's all. And I say,
That sounded very
okay,
nice.
right. And I say, I'm not rude or mean. I'm short. I'm short with you because you honestly didn't read the point of her arguments. I also never said that I agreed with her. I just posted an article stating that I should follow more NFL players' wives on Twitter. You have a different opinion. That's great. You don't need to type it out and hit send every single time.
That's where you're wrong. I think he needs
We're not done. And I say, he goes, I'm talking about in public also. And then I go, well, what are you talking about? He said, I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to leave it at that.
got
and that-
you good.
Right. And then I go, and then I say, because you have no leg to stand on. A little less on the bed music. I can't hear myself talk. I said, because you have no leg to stand on. And he goes, because I don't feel like arguing with you. After he's been arguing with me for like 10 fucking minutes. I said, I bet if these were comments on a status, you'd be up for it. And then he goes, no. Just, I know.
Got you
And-
again.
right,
Check,
right.
checkmate.
And then he never plays chess because he doesn't know what that means. And I say,
King me.
yeah, you're a horse. And I say, and you have no argument. That's why. He writes back, I wouldn't. I disagreed with you. That's all. Are you going to drag it out all day? I disagree. And I'm leaving it at that. Good day. Peace. He just became Australian. And then I say, this is exactly why we cannot have a normal conversation. Also, you're the mean one, which is hilarious of how hypocritical you are. And then he goes, I'm
And
nice
then-
to everyone except a few people, but bye.
by, and he put on his LA gears and walked out of the room.
And then he posted a YouTube video of NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye.
That was better than what I could
I'm
have
just
thought
kidding. He didn't do that. I made that up because
So-
he's not that fucking clever.
Of. That was good, man. He had light up shoes at the end. I loved it.
Double tongue Reeboks and shit.
Yeah, these shoes light up.
Yeah.
So
He goes, oh, that's hilarious. Because he didn't do it.
listen, I got the ins with Chris. I don't like to brag.
I don't
about
care.
this.
Yeah.
I don't
You
like
have
to
the
brag.
ins with him because he's a
I got the
vagina,
ins.
and the only way you can be is in.
Listen, I will. I can call him up. We could mend this bridge for you guys. I think he's available if you ever have somebody duck out. I'm not 100% sure.
I hate to break this to you,
I'm not sure I want it in my house.
Michael. We both know that we'd make a status going. Sorry, Winnie and Friends is not going on today. Blah blah. Bad weather. And it'd be
Send
like
the police.
It would be like sunny and 78 outside.
There's snow in
Well, I
Kingsville.
understand.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's snowing. It's a mini blizzard.
Oof.
Okay, well,
Well, let's talk. Okay,
Well,
so
I'm glad.
anyway, Restivo out. We're done with that.
okay. That's
Anyway, the
fine.
room
That's
that he
fine.
goes to where you Rudy him is
Where I
is-
Rudy?
yeah.
Did you make that a
Rudy,
verb?
Rudy. Is Coco Lane in Ellicott City.
Yeah, it's Coco
Now
Lane.
we on the show have mentioned many a time that it is almost everyone's in the top 2 or 3 favorite rooms that they love to go
Nice. Wow. Thanks, guys. That,
to. I know you
that
wouldn't
say
know
that.
because you don't listen, but that's cool.
I will now.
You
I'll
know,
listen to
you
this
won't.
episode.
You won't.
I'm sure.
No, yeah. But your wife won't. Tracy
wife-
will be like, "Fuck you,
No,
you son
my
of a
wife-
bitch." I had to watch the kids while you fucking did a free podcast in Kingsville.
I'll tell you about why you've never met my wife, by the way.
Lay it on me.
Yeah. So back in before we get back into the Coco Lane stuff, but my wife, I went to do a Magoobies contest. I want to say it was maybe like 2010-ish, maybe 2010.
When it was in the basement still.
No, it was. They just moved to the big place. It was just moved to maybe it was 2011.
Okay.
So
I
we
was
were
I was
there.
in at that time. I was in.
So I was at the competition. I got second place, by the way, which was very exciting.
Congratulations.
Which means nothing.
It means you
It's
got
important.
second place.
Well, I lost to the. It was me and 5 black people in the finals, and every
That doesn't surprise
black
me.
person that got eliminated, the other black person was getting more cheers, and it was very racist. All the white people would vote for me, which was the front, and all the upper tiers was the Apollo. And then when it came
You're
down,
like, "Where's the log? I want to rub it."
when it came down to like 2 black guys and me, it was just like big cheer for this black guy, big cheer for that, and medium cheer for me. They were like, you can only cheer for 1, and then when it was down to 2. Anyway, I lost. Not a big deal. So midway through my set, I decided to do a joke that I'd written that day, and it was about my wife being very, very pregnant, which I'm not even going to repeat on air because I revealed a very personal moment of hers, and I did it in front of everybody, and she was in the crowd, and midway while I was up there, she walked out during my set and just left me there.
No way.
And just left me at Magoobies and never
what did
has
you
come to
say?
on stage, nothing. And then afterwards I called her, she
No,
didn't
I mean, like,
answer.
what did you say that you made your wife walk
I can't.
out?
I won't tell it. It was about when she was very, very pregnant, and it was a moment where she was very vulnerable, and I shared that as public knowledge.
Did people
And that's
laugh?
just- no, I mean, yeah, I got second. I did okay.
Yeah,
so
but
it was a good
did you get a
show.
big laugh from that joke?
No, I could have gone without it. In
Yeah,
all
okay,
honesty, I could have
okay.
gone. I could have went without using it.
I mean, at least
I've
you
never used it again. I've
Look,
never
at
used it
least
again.
you know that you could have gone
So,
without it.
She ever since that she never came to another show until like recently. She showed up at one of my shows secretly, and
Where?
I think I want to say it was at Cacao Lane with when her girlfriends were all coming
Is it
out to
Cacao?
see me. It's spelled Cacao, like CACAO.
How
but
is it
it's
pronounced?
It's Coco, but I always call it Cacao.
Yeah.
Cacao Lane because
Yeah.
they spell it wrong. It's stupid.
You should just call it Chris Restivo Lane.
Chris Restivo Lane. It is a.
You want to come to my room
place
at
of
Chris
wonderment.
Restivo Lane, Ellicott City?
So ever since then, I told my wife that I don't talk about her on stage, but I totally do, and I just don't do it when she's there. That's
So you lie to your wife,
I don't say things that she would take personally.
Eric.
I have
you,
to like
you
run it
lie to
by
your
her.
wife.
Yeah, of course. Everybody. First of all, everybody lies to somebody in their lives. If you have a significant other, you lie to them on a daily basis.
Have you
How
ever
does this
heard-
look,
have
honey?
you
It looks
ever-
great. It looks absolutely great.
Have you ever heard me make a relationship joke?
Yeah, here and there
No.
sometimes.
Never.
I guess not.
Never. I couldn't do it. I can't do that.
Why not?
Because those people shared personal moments with you. If somebody shared their personal shit about me on stage after they broke up with me, I would not be okay with that. No way.
Okay. Yeah, but see, the thing is, it's all part of your life and your life experiences as well. And if this is where I find humor. Now, I found where the line is with my wife. I understand where that is. I won't cross it again. But almost anybody else is free game unless you tell me, unless you come to me and ask me that it's not. You know.
Yeah.
Exes from the past, which are like the 3 girls that I've ever slept with other than my wife beforehand, years before we got married.
Yeah. Not while courting you. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. They're free game. They get it.
Which reminds me, I gotta text somebody. Go on.
Who's that?
I'm
I'm
DTF. I gotta text this person that I'm DTF.
I have a song about my mom scissoring somebody, and I've done it in front of my mom, so I'm not worried about
You'd
it.
really get along with Samantha Kelly, I think.
Yeah, I love Samantha Kelly.
So do I.
love that lady.
I fucking love
Golly.
her too.
She's like one of those girls you just want to hug. You ever seen people? There's
She's
some very
so
huggable
genuinely
people.
nice and friendly, and then when she tells
Like-
her stories, I'm like, "Are you all right?"
Like I would, like Wendy, I would hug you, but I wouldn't put my face up against your face. Like Samantha Kelly, I would get face to face with.
What's wrong
like
with my
this.
face?
I just wouldn't. It doesn't look like a huggable face.
Do I have
Samantha
resting
Kelly,
bitch face?
resting bitch face. No, like
I don't have a huggable face.
you don't have a huggable face,
Mm.
but Samantha Kelly, like I just want to like hold her sometimes, like just get right up in there. So Samantha, next time I see you, which is tomorrow night, Samantha Kelly will be at Cacao Lane tomorrow night.
I
so
really
it'll be
just I think the show's almost over. Actually, I don't have a lovable face. We gotta go. I just okay.
no, you're very lovable with face.
Can't be
You're-
here anymore.
Listen, you can't compete with Samantha Kelly all the time. You're just your own
I'm
person.
actually, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm in constant competition with Michael Soundboard.
It's hard. It's hard with those crickets that we're getting over here.
So your wife, I've never met her, even though we've been doing this.
She's
See-
great. You'd probably like her a lot. You'd love my wife.
I think
You two
so.
would get along great.
How many kids do you have?
I got two. Two lovely daughters, a 4-year-old, or almost, she'll be 4 next month, and her name is Jane. And then I have a 9-month-old named Susanna, or Susie, or Sousa, whatever.
Do you guys
whatever
want to have
call
any
her.
more kids?
Fuck no. No,
Jane?
my wife is all fixed. She got neutered last month, so she's all
Spayed.
She's all
She's
good.
a girl.
Girl, she's
What?
paid.
She's spayed?
She's a girl. She's spayed. You're neutered.
No, they cut off her penis, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like she
okay.
can't have any more
Yeah.
kids.
You mean you can't
Right.
because you now have the vagina?
Well, no, we
That's not how
fixed.
science works.
We fixed her. What don't you understand about this?
What does your wife do that she makes 3 times as much money as you?
She works at T. Rowe Price.
You know what? Say no
she-
more.
Do I need to
no
say?
more.
You know that big campus over in Owings Mills?
Actually, just say no more. She's in what? An investment banker?
She's in money.
Nah, she like trains the other people that make money there. So
Yeah. So
she's
she's like,
training
look,
them
I'm gonna
job.
train
Train
you
the money people.
how to
Yeah.
fucking make money.
Yeah, well, it's stuff like
Is
pretty
she
much.
married you?
And-
How'd that happen?
I tricked her good, didn't I? She's an idiot. No, and have you ever been to there? Like they don't even let me in.
Yeah,
like they don't.
I've been
like
to
when I
there.
show up in like
never
a flannel
fucking been at T. Rowe Price.
Well, you can't get on there. It's like
When
a
I have
campus.
$1.50, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go get $1.50's worth of Slurpees.
I go up there and like they look at me and they're like, "Wait a minute, you're Tracy's husband. We're gonna have to cross."
Meanwhile, you have
this."
like 2 daughters hanging off
Yeah.
of you.
I don't
You
just
have,
bring
like,
rando kids to break into T. Rowe Price,
you
lady.
have like fucking stained milk like on your shirt.
yeah,
You're like, yeah, no.
yeah. So she
You're like,
does
I'm the
pretty
Tom
good.
Hanks of the situation.
Which is why I had
Oh, wait,
to
what's
back
his-
out
Michael
last time.
Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
God, great actor.
He's my favorite Batman.
Val Kilmer for me. That's just a personal thing.
That is fucking crazy. Is that a joke?
No, Val Kilmer is a great Batman. Maybe Batman Forever was the greatest movie. I get that. He was a great Batman. It was the first Batman with nipples. It makes sense. Anyway, you ever seen the nipple suits? He knows
Yeah.
what I'm talking. Mike
Yeah,
knows
we
what I'm
all know what
about.
you're talking about.
I love Val Kilmer. Fuck you. I didn't mean that, by the way.
I don't have a lovable
You
face.
stepped.
And then now fuck you. What the hell kind of friendship is this?
No, we're good friends. You're like, it's
We're good friends. I don't want to hug your face. Fuck you, and I don't listen to your goddamn show. You piece
That's
of
what
shit.
friends do. Friends like if you're too nice to somebody, that's what I tell people. Like if I'm too nice to you, I probably don't actually like you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like, you got to be a little bit of a dick to your friends because that's what's fun. I like giving
Yeah,
people.
I'm too nice to
giving
people I
some
don't like.
S.
You're completely right.
Exactly, because they'll leave you alone right away after
Or
that.
you just kind of don't want to deal with them ever again. You're like, look, I'm gonna be really nice. Hi, how are you? Good to meet you. Yeah, it's so good to see you. And you turn
Yeah.
around, you fucking roll your eyes like, oh god. Ugh. Ugh.
You make the deep throat noise like.
No, because that's when I really like you.
She
a
doesn't
fine
have
line.
that noise.
By the way, Dad, earmuffs.
Too late.
Oh.
Oh. You know what he says? He's always like, when you say that, why don't you just not say what follows? Dad, earmuffs. I'm like, fuck no. That's stupid.
Dad, earmuffs.
Stupid not to just say what I'm thinking. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
And she's already claimed she doesn't make that noise anyway.
I don't have a gag reflex.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
I know, it's
Neato.
weird, right? Where'd that come from?
don't know.
One day we're gonna test that on the show.
We're not going to test it on the show. We could actually call some people. Let's call Mike Turpin. Let's call
All right.
Chris DeBoer. Let's call secret other comedians that I've slept with that nobody knows about. It doesn't matter.
I think you just go with the microphone. You start with
I
that.
think
we'll get to hear it.
yeah. No calls.
Let's just say that
No calls, please.
I won an entire bar tab at TGI Fridays in White Marsh because I swallowed a banana to the tip.
Wow.
Nailed
Nice.
it. Hashtag
That's all that matters.
You're welcome for all those Irish car bombs.
Good for you.
2004.
That's amazing.
Anyway, moving on. You're my guest. We're talking about you.
No, I was
So,
enjoying. I was enjoying the story. Hold
No.
on. Let me readjust myself.
Tell me what your goals are with comedy.
My goals. It's a lofty road. I don't have an unrealistic goal that I'm going to be some type of touring comedian that's going to go out all day, because to be honest with you, I'm at the point in my life where if I ever I legitimately miss my children when I don't get to see them. I miss my little girls. Like right now, I'm not going to go see my kids tonight. They're going to be asleep by the time
Where are
I
you
get
going
home.
after the show?
I'm going to go straight home. Wink, which means I'm going to stop at the Wits End probably and go check
Because
out
John
everybody there.
Muma, Mike Finazzo, Justin Schlegel, and all the others are going to be there.
Well, mostly because I'll have to drive past there anyway. I probably wouldn't have left here to go there.
You take 83? How?
Huh? I saw it. It took me. I saw it. You can cut over this way and drop down that way.
Yeah, I guess.
So I saw it on the map because it one of the suggested ways was up 80. And anyway, it's not important.
Go on.
So I'm probably gonna drop in and then hassle Finazzo to give me time because he's hassled me a million times, and
I think that's accurate.
and I never pull cards, so I'm gonna pull cards
Yeah.
because I'll be in the
You're going to be like,
neighborhood.
this is my 4 clubs.
that and Andrew is I need to talk to Andrew anyway because
He's gonna love
he's
it.
a-
He loves being bombarded.
well, no, the thing of it is that I work for Fast Signs as my day job,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I sold
One right here in Cockeysville?
No, I work for the one in Owings Mills,
Oh wow.
and
We used to
put
when I
in-
worked at Rouge Catering, we used Fast Lines all the time.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I work for the one in Owings Mills, so don't use them anymore. Only use me.
I'll use you.
Sweet. So
So I'm gonna get time
So
at
I
Coco
saw-
Lane tomorrow night. That's what you just told me.
pretty much. Wait a minute. How did this go from you buying stuff
I
for
don't
me
know.
to getting time at Coco Lane?
I don't know.
No. So yeah, I got it, and we do all the graphics set for Andrew. So there's other
Good.
stuff.
Good.
So like he doesn't actually work me at the club ever. So every time he sees me, he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna need a sign over here." I'm like, "Hey, I'm a good host too." All right.
You're like, hey,
talk to
I'm
somebody
gonna,
else.
I'm gonna need some time over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Rich Voss was here. Could I get like a fucking guest spot?
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Jesus.
I ask him every once in a while, and he just, oh yeah. But I
No,
haven't broken down that fifth
he
wall.
needs
with
to be
him yet.
harassed. If you emailed him a couple times, he'd be like, all right, cool.
If I email him, he
Mm-hmm.
emails me, but about signs.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not. But he's a great guy. So I probably go swing by there on my way home and just check and see.
You know, I told Justin that I wasn't going to, but I think I might because literally everyone is going to be there.
Well, that's the other thing is my comedy friends are going to be there, and if
know,
Wendy's
it's-
going to be there, maybe I won't go. But I mean. No, I'm excited. You should come.
No,
I'll
I
ride you
don't-
up and leave you there.
I actually
and
don't
then-
have a lovable face, so
You have a lovable face, but it's just not more lovable than Samantha Kelly. Does that make sense? And I said huggable, not lovable.
I'm just sad. I'm just sad.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so sad.
Um,
Your favorite local comedians top 3 go. Not Christopher Steve.
well, he was all top 3, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
go. I'm
so
gonna go
now
through
you have
4
to
through.
adjust your
I'll go
fucking
4 through
list.
6. I like how genuinely upset you get.
I'm not genuinely
okay.
upset. That's crazy.
Okay, then I'll go Matt Kaiser. face is really upset. No, I'd say my favorite in no particular order. I'd go Bill Monahan for sure.
Oh, faux show. Faux
Bill
show.
Monahan is one of my favorite locals. I love him to death. I feel weird like if I'm on a show and I am like going like if I go after Bill Monahan, I'm like I don't feel comfortable right
Yeah.
now. Like he's hilarious. So,
No, he's great.
uh,
My dad and his friends saw a show with Rob and Joe, Middle River, sometime last week, maybe the week before, and Bill Monahan was in it, and they were like, "Oh, this guy with glasses, he was so funny, so good." They loved him.
nice. Now, do they have to be local, or do they are just from here that were local?
Yeah,
Does
sure.
it have to be
As long as
for
they're
sure
not
local?
famous or dead.
Okay. And then I'd say number 2. You know what? I really like Eric Myers a lot.
I knew
know
you were
he's
gonna
not
say
around
that. I
here
knew you were gonna say that.
anymore. I mean, well,
No, he's wonderful.
he's wonderful.
Mike
He's a wonderful
Finazzo
guy.
and I were double featuring a show once, and he
Yeah.
was in town, and he was guest spotting, and we both, as the double feature, agreed to have him go after us because we both didn't want to follow him.
Yeah, well, he's
That's how good
hilarious,
he is,
dude.
yeah.
He is hilarious. He brings down the house
No,
wherever
he really
he
does.
goes, and God bless him that he's got his shit together. At least seems like because he's been a train wreck a couple times in his life. So
No, I agree.
I'm super happy that he is, and he's from Columbia, Maryland, like myself, and he also spells his name with a K. So it's really funny. I tweeted it the other day. I was just like, sweet. Now I'm only the second Eric that spells his name with a K from Columbia, Maryland, who's a comic. Like,
Yeah.
So it's a very
And then he was
specific-
like-
he beats me on many specific
well,
levels.
and then he goes, "Well, I don't have a wife and
And
kids," and then he cut himself a little bit.
Well, and then he's winning a lot more. He's winning so much more. So I got Bill and Eric, and then I'll name a rando one that
Yeah, name me
I
a
don't know.
rando.
And I don't know if he's considered local because he doesn't live in Maryland. But who I really love is Brandon Goring. Have you ever seen Brandon Goring
Yes.
before? I love that guy because that guy's stream of conscience when he goes off, like I just sit there in pure amazement to see him at a bar show. A rowdy bar show that doesn't give the kind of show that people just don't give a shit.
Yep.
Like when you're up there, you're
Yes,
like
I
I'm just not going to listen at all, and so everybody goes up there to just see how much of a dick you can be to the audience. And Brandon has just a fucking phenomenal time just ripping people new assholes in that situation.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw him, I was judging the 30 Comics One Cup probably 2 years ago. And he was really insulting to me as a judge, and I hated him. He was a dick.
Well, yeah, but that's what he does, though. I mean,
I know.
he's,
And I was also drinking heavily because I wasn't in the show, so I was like, whatever, I'm just judging the show. Blue moon after blue moon. Anyway, I didn't
well, he
like
took
it.
out Mickey for like a good 5 minutes of his set, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's ballsy. I mean, it's not
Well,
easy
Mickey
to
loves
shit.
that shit. He loves that stuff. He
Well,
eats it up.
he gets it, but I don't.
I was
still,
like, no,
that's-
fuck you, piece of shit. You're mean. I'm a girl.
Yeah.
You're mean. Oh, and I was like drunk, being stupid.
You drunk
Yeah,
Wendy.
I know. That's crazy. I'm like the female Rob Mayer of comedy, I guess.
Rob is borderline degenerate. I like him though. He's a
Actually,
special
he
kind.
can compose himself. On the other hand, I
He's
cannot.
He's gotten better. I've only heard that he's gotten better. I've heard some stories about him falling off
I've
stages
actually heard
and
he's not
stuff
the
like
worst
that.
drunk, so I'm not even.
So I don't think he's bad at all.
I don't-
I
he's
think
not.
he's a very functional alcoholic for the most part.
I can't drink for shit these days. I'm really buzzed right now. I have one cocktail, and I have to go to bed in like an hour.
I understand.
Yeah, I kind of want to poke my eye out with a pen right now.
So those are my 3, and then like a notable mention. I love Justin Schlegel too. Anytime he goes out,
No,
and I
he's
try to see
He's brilliant.
him. No, actually, I love Justin Daniels. Justin Daniels was way better.
Justin Ian Daniels?
Justin Ian Daniels was
Yeah.
my favorite.
You know he
comedian.
listens to this show.
I know that,
Okay.
and he's gonna deny that he was Justin
He's
Ian Daniels
probably.
at
I
one
can
time?
guarantee you, he probably rolled his eyes a little bit and then he chuckled when we both were on board.
And he
Yeah.
mentioned no women.
No women.
No, he doesn't like female comics.
I do. I do
Oh,
like
they're not
female.
funny.
Actually, Eric's favorite female comic is Amanda Tracy.
No, not at all. Not at all. I
No.
like Amanda Tracy. She's a very nice girl. I mean, she's becoming a better comic, I think. I think she's very green still and stuff like that. I'd say my favorite female comic, other than of course the lovely Wendy
No,
Townsend.
don't even do that BS.
No, I
It
mean
doesn't-
that. I legitimately enjoy anytime you come out to the show. By the way, I told my wife the joke of your Homeward Bound joke, and she thought that was one of the most hilarious things she's ever heard.
Oh, thanks.
So basically, first of all, I know it's
Tracy.
so my wife loves that joke, and I did the whole throat sounding and everything for
Yeah.
her, so she
I get the
knows.
teary eyes.
So, but I don't know, Kim Ambrose. I like
Ugh,
Kim Ambrose a
love Kim.
lot.
Kim and
She's-
Kat. Kim and Kat are up there.
Yeah,
For me.
Kat. I like Kat a lot. Are you talking about Catherine Jessup or Kat?
Well, no, I do love
And
Catherine
Jessup was another because you're
I
talking
lo-
about Timph though,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
I'm talking about Kat Timpf, but Catherine Jessup is fucking awesome. Her and Jessica Brodkin.
yeah.
There's just too many girls I like.
got to see
I can't
Jessica
even-
Brodkin
Chelsea
recently.
Short. There's too many girls that I fucking love. I love girl comics.
I think that was I got my first real headlining spot over the summer, and Jessica Brodkin opened up for me, and I hadn't
which
seen
is
her.
insane. She's amazing.
And she is amazing. And I preface this because we both showed up, and this place was packed with all of 10 people and a dog to come see us. So, but yeah, big shout out to Jessica Brodkin. She's hilarious. I love her. She's the most nervous person before she goes on stage too. I've seen her like a couple times, and she's like writing her set like minutes before she goes on and stuff like that. And me, I like have like just a random hodgepodge of like words that are like my fallback because I always write a set and it gets thrown out the
I
window
write this
instantly.
set when I get to the venue because I really like to feel out crowds and like people I meet or see. Like
Yeah.
when I went to the Comedy Factory my last time there with like Brian McDaniel and Jeremy Hall and Rob Mayer, I didn't know my dad was coming. And as soon as I saw that my dad was there, I rewrote my entire set.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Dad
that.
jokes all the way down the board.
Well, I feel I'm the same way, and that's part of like I don't like to get like an idea in my head that this is the set I have to do because a lot of it is going to be, it has to do with what the guy does before you and what's going on and what people are laughing at and the person in the front row. I mean, those are all factors about what I'm going to do when I get up there. So, and I don't like to like have it stuck in my head where it's like you're taking the last thing I want comedy to ever be for me is like taking a test, This
Right.
isn't like I have to remember this, and this, and otherwise I fail the 5 minutes that I'm up here. So to me, to have that is like my, okay, well, I'll do this, or I know I'm going to close with this, but whatever happens here and there will be fun because that's what makes it fun for me. That's why I enjoy doing it, and that's what makes me want to keep doing it.
Do you ever remember a time when you just bombed? You had the biggest day.
Yeah, all the time. Every like other week, I bomb. I mean, I host.
See, every time I see you do well.
Well, yes, no, shut up. But I bomb
you're so
frequently.
modest.
I've hosted. I think what helped me so much is that I've hosted this show now for over 3 years, which is almost approaching like probably like 200 shows that I've probably hosted just at like Coco Lane over the years, right? So doing that constantly has like made me better and I know that the same faces that were here this week are going to come next week, so I better be effing funny again and yeah, trying new stuff. Yeah, I eat constant dicks. It's like an all you can eat dick buffet constantly.
Some sugar-coated,
and there's
some
just
not,
some nights
some chocolate dipped.
There's just some nights I just get off and I'm just like, wow, I'm just going to eat more dicks up there, but I'm going to go back up.
I'm sorry,
and
one more
then
time. There's some nights you get off and then you think I'm just gonna eat more dicks.
I'm just going to eat more dicks. I'm going to go home. I'm going to buy dick popsicles. I'm going to just dick myself.
phallic
down
symbols
hard.
everywhere.
So yeah, I have those nights that make me question, why the hell you do this and like, why are you putting yourself through this? But, I seem to have bounced back. I just try to go on streaks, like time streaks. I'm on like a 4-month no dick eating right now, or right now I'm like, I'm on a week.
I really hope you
I'm on
get
a
time
week.
tonight at Wits End because if you get time tonight at Wits End, you're gonna eat a big dick.
Well, I do. No, that is true. So I've never done well at Wits End ever, and it's funny because like people have done nice things for me, and like, hey Andrew, check out Eric, he'll be funny. And I swear to God, anytime Andrew's watched one of my sets, I've eaten such a hard dick. I don't blame it. I would never hire me if he had heard. Like if I saw my sets that I've done in front of him, yeah, I would never hire me. I would never call me. I wouldn't buy signs for me. Period, like that. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that he's done.
He's
done
probably
at
like, this
least
guy
that.
can't do jokes, but he can do a mean sign.
He can do mean signs. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Please. I don't know. I'm large. Maybe I could work the door one day.
Maybe you could be Justin Jones one day.
Justin Jones. You don't like Justin Jones, do you?
No, I
Aren't
like
you
Justin.
I thought you guys had like some kind of beef or something like
Here's
that.
the thing about Justin. We have beef, and then he comes back and he apologizes, and he's, he was depressed and something's wrong with him, and then we're cool, and then we have beef again, and then he comes back 6 months later out of the fucking blue after he's deleted his Facebook and Twitter, and then he apologizes, and he had something going on with him, and he's fine, and we're great, and then all of a sudden we have beef again. This is just how we do. This is what we do.
It's beef on, beef off, right?
It's weird.
So Justin, and I go really far back with Justin Jones because my brother.
I've always liked him, but he's gotten like we just get in these weird cycles sometimes.
I know I go so far back with Justin Jones. I know Justin Jones' real name, so he goes way back with my.
What is his real name?
I don't know. It's like Jewy Jewerson, something along those lines. It's a very Jewish name. It's like Flindreich or something like that. I don't know.
That sounds pretty German. I don't know.
I don't. Well, yeah, that was very wrong.
Yeah,
of me.
that was very Hitler of you.
No, I
fucking son of a bitch.
What?
You asshole Jew hater.
Is Hitler not cool anymore? Or I don't even know.
He built great roads.
He did. It was great roads, the Autobahn, Nazi cars. I mean, let's face it. You're going to drive you're not going to buy a goddamn Lexus if you got the money to buy a BMW. Put it like that. Or one of those Mercedes, I think they're called.
I don't know what's happening right now. Are you all right?
No, I'm clearly wrong. We've already established this. But I go way back with Justin Jones. My brother and him used to play in a band called Stuka way back in the day when they were like 16 and I was like 5 or 6. I remember Justin walking into the basement of my house wearing with long, super long, like down to his like back
God, I love
hair and like with a shirt that had like a Superman, but like with little Jewish things coming off. Like, what are the little dealies that come down like on the side of Jewish? Isn't there a name for them? Like the curls, the Jewish curls for like Hasidic Jews or whatever. Anyway, he had a Super Jew shirt, is what I'm saying.
A Super Jew shirt.
And that's
I
how
think
I
Mel
met
Brooks
Justin.
was on his T-shirt.
I got a
is what-
blank.
And he got me my
was a
first
Mel
paid
Brooks shirt.
gig ever, so I give him hats off for that. He paid me to do nads one night because I packed out the house when I was like
that
first
the
started doing
Triple L
comedy.
Lounge nads?
It's now the Triple L's, but yeah, it was nads, and there was something else after that, Singers for a little bit, and I love that place. That's where I started. I think really
I
doing
think
open
every
mic
time
comedy.
I've ever done time in that room, John Goodwin has been there.
He's there for a lot of the shittiest rooms you could go to. Trust me.
I love him. I love
If
him.
there's a shitty room, John will go with you to it, and I God bless him for it because me and him keep each other company at the bar while we're waiting for the other comics in the audience to go.
Real quick, you have a podcast. I didn't know that.
I do. Not a lot of people do. Nobody listens
I
to it.
didn't know you had a
but
podcast.
it's getting there.
Speaking of John Goodwin, he is your co-host
He is my co-host
on this podcast that I had no idea you had.
Yeah. We've been doing it ourselves now for about a year. It's just a monthly thing now, but we might vamp it up.
The Rugby Guys.
The Rugby Guys. So yeah, it's all about rugby.
Is it
and
on iTunes, Stitcher, BeanPod? What are we talking?
we got
about?
we got on Spreaker and we got it on the SoundCloud, and I think those are the only two
Do you
that I got
use
it
your
on right now.
iPhones? Is that why it's on the SoundCloud? Or SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's SoundCloud.
Why was I thinking I'm
I don't know.
retarded.
And so
I've had a lot of vodka.
you have.
This-
I could use some more.
No, you don't understand. I first of all, I haven't eaten any carbohydrates today, and then I've been up since 3:30, and then he makes me a drink, and it's so strong, and now I'm fucking trashed.
I like it. This is the kind of Wendy that makes some bad decisions at the show later tonight.
I just
Starts
fucking
knocking
I
bottles off
literally
tables.
just drunk tested someone. Not kidding.
That's good.
I
Well,
need to give you a number.
we'll give,
God.
are you getting back with Chris DeBoard, huh? That's is that what's happening on the phone right now?
No.
Oh, give the guy a shot. Was it mutual or was it?
No.
It was mutual. You just hated Chris, or he hated
No.
you? Who broke up with who?
I broke up with him.
Why? If you don't mind me asking, I know this is.
I don't mind you asking. I actually caught him talking to a bunch of other girls,
Oh,
and
that would get me
I don't know
upset.
if how you say this, but in the words of Hall & Oates, I don't go for that. No.
Okay.
No can do.
Now what?
Actually, here's the
what was
thing
the worst thing you read? Was it really bad, or
No,
was it
but-
just like flirtive talking and stuff like that?
The worst thing I saw was were nude photos back and forth.
Okay, that's
I was not
full
okay
on
with that.
sexting.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was full on sexting.
Well,
You're correct.
That could hurt. I could see how that would
Also,
hurt.
here's the thing. I actually we talked after that. You know, he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to get better and figure stuff out. You know, he's still young. He's got a lot going on in his brain, and I get it. And I even told him
Yes.
before in the beginning. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "You're a good-looking dude, and you're young. So if you want to go bang chicks, break up with me. Tell me you want to go bang chicks. I will understand. I get it."
Yeah, because I
But-
looked at Chris DeBoard's eyes, and
Eh,
Yeah.
Some people just don't like to be honest and open about it.
Well, it's not easy. I wouldn't want to break up with Wendy Townsend, though. I mean,
Here's
look at
the-
you. You're a powerful person, okay? Look. You realize what you could do to Chris DeBoer's career? It's probably. Look,
think I've
and I'm
already-
not defending what he did. I'm not defending
Right.
what he did.
I hate to
right?
break it to you, but I think I've already done it.
But you are. You're a very powerful person. You could put him blacklisted. The only place he'll be able to do is Sully's. You know how deep that hole goes, where all you could do is Sully's Comedy Cellar.
Look,
It's just you and CJ Burney and a microphone,
Chris-
and you're just stuck there. You can't go anywhere else.
Chris has a lot of friends, luckily, in the comedy business. Plus, he's he gets around, does a lot of mics, he does a lot of work. Has nothing to do with me. However, I'm still friendly. Like, if he wanted to ask me a question, I would answer. I'm not a horrible person. I'm not a bitch. But I genuinely said, like, I can't be with you. I tried. It didn't work.
Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you guys. And Chris is a dick.
He's not.
I don't mean that.
He's not
I
a
do.
dick.
I do mean that.
He's not a dick. He's just young, and he didn't really know better. And
Sure.
he
How
didn't-
old is he? What is
He's
he? Like
26.
26?
Yeah.
How old are you?
32.
You're
I'll
32?
be 33 this year.
Pump fist.
Yeah, let's put.
I just turned 31. I just
I'm older
turned
than you.
31. Yeah, but then when you're at the 30s, like we're just counting the
We're in
years
the
down
same
to death at
wheelhouse.
this
How about
point
that?
now,
Same
right?
wheelhouse. Yeah.
Like we're at the point because did you celebrate your birthday this year? Because I didn't.
I
was the
celebrate
first one
my-
I didn't.
I don't know if you know this, but not only do I celebrate my birthday every year, I celebrate my entire month
Okay,
because
you're
I was born in a month with no holidays, so nothing can be taken from me.
February.
Nobody can steal my thunder. No, dick.
I'm sorry.
August.
I'm sorry. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said.
No, it's not.
No, there you're right. You're right. No, this is the first year I didn't celebrate at all. I didn't do anything because I'm finally at the year where it's like you're 31. You shouldn't celebrate your birthday anymore.
Oh well,
And it's a
I will be
hotbed of-
33, and I'm going to continue to do so.
All right. Well, can I celebrate my birthday with you in the middle of the summer? Because it sounds like you got a prime spot.
I do have a prime side. It's primo real estate.
I'm like
there
trying
in
to-
the middle of the summer.
I'm trying to sell popsicles in December, and
Yeah.
you've got the prime real estate.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
where
like,
I wanna
look,
roll.
there's no holidays nearby, and I got a fucking freezer full of popsicles.
All right. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're doing Eric's belated birthday, August.
that's totally okay.
I only want one day. I don't want the whole month. I want you to, you still have your month
Yeah,
and you do your thing.
I
but I
will.
I just want to be part of it in some way. Anything I can do.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a joint birthday
Like a joint?
extravaganza. Yeah.
Oh, like a joint party.
No, we could do both of those.
Joint party.
Yeah, because I like eating, and that's all that weed ever makes me want to do is eat.
Is that right? I used to smoke copious amounts of pot. I don't.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't
do
like
anymore.
it. And I like the high. Like
Mm-hmm.
I giggle, and I'm like, man, I'm so chill. Everything's great. But I am like, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore. Like
I
I
want to eat
tried
pizza.
to.
I want to eat everything in sight.
Well, I used to be the stoner kid I smoked weed from like 16 to like 25 like every day.
Good for you.
And I was a good
you
stoner.
ever
Like
look
I was
back and go, where did all that money go?
yeah, well, I just liked it. I was like the kind of guy that liked to wake up and smoke pot and then go to like class and like study pie. Like I just like doing that. But anyway, I stopped for like a year. And now if I do it, like when I did like my New Year's resolution, I don't know, like
What
when I
was
was
your
25.
What was your New Year's resolution? That was it.
No, when I was like 25, when I was 26, I decided I was going to stop smoking pot, and I'm like, I'm just not going to do it this year or whatever. And I did, and I made it like 6 months in, and I decided to do it, and now it freaks me out, and I'm like 16 again, and I'm like, oh my god, I think the cops are outside, I can't breathe right, and I turn into like a 16-year-old, very awkward virgin boy again, and it's just, it's not cool. I'm not cool anymore, so I don't do it. I don't get into it.
I still
anymore.
think you're cool.
I just get sleepy.
You get sleepy. See, like I have like I pretend I like freak myself out into like I'm not breathing right. Oh, I have a family.
I've got to raise these daughters.
I do. Yeah, and then the wife gets all mad if she like finds your drug paraphernalia in the house and you have kids.
Unless you were
and
open
stuff
and
like
honest with your
that.
wife and she knew you.
No,
like
you have to lie. We went over
Why do
this
men
earlier.
always think that? Why
That's
do
not
men
true.
always
I don't
think
lie
they
to
have
my
lie?
wife. No, there's certain things I lie to my wife about. And there's certain things like if she wears a terrible dress and it is the ugliest thing in the whole world, I will lie and say it is beautiful and I think you look wonderful, honey. We should definitely go out. I will stand by you. I'll take pictures like this. I won't tell her how. First of all, I'll never tell my wife that she looked bad in something ever. I would only encourage it. And she goes, "You're lying. I hate this." And I was like, "That was a test." I was like, "Honey, I just think you look beautiful all the time." That's
Yeah,
it. And that's my answer all the time.
That's
So-
perfect.
so yes, there's times where you have to lie to people, and you're dumb and naive to think that you can be completely truthful with anybody in the world.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree with you.
especially the ones that maybe sometimes have sex with you. So you have to keep
No,
on
I
their good
totally
side.
understand.
So, but I don't lie about big things, and like I'm a rather honest person. You know, other than just the small things to keep each other happy.
What do you lie to me about to keep me happy?
I don't know that you look great in this outfit.
I don't. I'm wearing yoga pants and a shawl. I'm not dumb.
Nobody goes wrong in yoga pants.
I'm just
Yeah,
comfortable.
you can't.
I'm
You can't go
bleeding
wrong with
heavily
those.
from the vagina.
Are you bleeding?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm day 3 in there.
Gross.
Daddy or muffs. He probably checked out on this
Daddy
podcast.
muffs. Daddy
My
muffs.
dad checked out on this podcast a long time ago.
Don't bet on it.
Yeah.
No,
He's like, I don't want to know what Chris did to you, and I don't want to know who you're banging now. Come on, stop talking.
Yeah, it gets weird.
It's funny because when we were at Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
my stepmom was like, "Oh, that sucks so bad. You know, who breaks up with someone on Christmas?" And I was like, "I find it adorable that you think he broke up with me." I feel like that's like women's intuition. They just assume that you're the one that's like heartbroken.
Yeah.
When I'm like, I'm sad. Yeah, it doesn't feel good,
Yeah.
but it was my decision.
Right.
You think that I just fucking came over here like, oh, woe is me, past the fucking Reese cups? Like, no.
And you listen. I believe that you had to pump yourself up to get to it, though. I mean, I'm sure you blast a little Destiny's Child, got your independent woman thing on, switched to Tony Braxton because "Unbreak My Heart" is a must to listen to build up your confidence. Then you went in, told him. Did you just like straight out tell him like, was it mean or was it just like how you presented it earlier? Was it like a very meaningful discussion, or did you just pound in the door like, listen, we're fucking done. You're a pig. Blah blah blah. I'm out. And slam
no.
the door.
It was nothing like that.
You did a friendly one. You did a friend.
I
I want to be friends with you,
No,
and we're gonna see each other.
I legit left his apartment while he was sleeping, and then sent him a text saying,
You texted him a breakup?
I sent him a text saying, clearly, don't ever talk to me again.
Oh,
And then I didn't answer his phone calls or text messages.
and that was it. Did he try? He tried to reach out a lot though. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
of course.
Try to reach out.
I mean,
a
he
lot.
was he was sad. He was heartbroken, which I get. I was heartbroken. I was devastated.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thing is like I think that he didn't want to be doing that stuff. He's just he was in a rough patch, a rough place mentally.
Rough place. Mhm.
But if you're in a rough place mentally, I hate to break it to you, you need to share it with the one person that you're the closest with, or
It's
else
true.
shit's gonna surface, and that's exactly what happens.
It's true.
I don't hate him, and I talk to him, and we're friends, but we will never be together.
I understand that. I understand.
So
that. I don't know. I usually don't keep in touch with my exes. I look through their trash occasionally.
no, it's
just to.
I'm in a situation where I understand. Like I see both. I get it. Like I get what happened
Mm-hmm.
to you. I feel empathy. I feel compassion. However, it's something that I won't tolerate. I don't want to deal with. I don't want any part of it.
Are you going to now? Let's say you go out to Wits End tonight, or sometime open mic sometime near in the future. He's got the new girl on his arm already. Are you going to be able to take that lying down, or do you think he needs to wait a certain grace period before he introduces said woman into the comedy scene? Are you going to come at her with talent? Are you going to be like nice Wendy, where it's like I'm going to be nice, but you're going to do that fucking bitch with him? Fuck that, and
No,
then
I will
and then train
genuinely
wreck
be
her
nice.
behind
No, I will
behind the
genuinely be nice.
scenes.
Ask Mike Turpin. I've met his girlfriends after me. I'm fine.
Yeah, but I could see you
I will
willing.
I will genuinely be nice to these females. That doesn't bug me.
She's
Okay.
sweet when she's burned.
She's sweet when she's
Yeah,
burned.
it doesn't. You know why?
Okay.
Because it doesn't bother me. Like that will not bother me.
Could,
I'm not gonna look at that and be like, oh my god, I'm so sad, because I knew that was my option to go. It was my decision.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. You probably made a better decision both times, but
Oh my god, Eric. The crappy part is I understand how you feel, and I get the perception because I've gotten it from every angle. Everyone perceives it that way, but you can't help how you feel.
no,
I can. I mean, I get it. I get that they're like, Townsend, really? You know, I get it. I get it. I've had it from every fucking angle.
I'm just trying to lift you up.
I'm
I'm
fine. I've just got my fucking dream job.
That
I'm
is pretty
living-
awesome.
I'm
That is pretty-
living-
By the way, congratulations.
Thank
again.
you. I am legitimately living my dream. Like I wake up, I make coffee, I shower, I walk my dog, I go to work, and I can't wait to fucking get there. Like I'm pumped.
Even though I congratulated you via text and I got no response back,
I was in Narnia
But-
when you texted me. Heads up.
I understand Narnia. Did you find that sock though? I don't know. I don't know if that's part
No,
of Narnia.
no, seriously though, like I'm a happy person.
So
There's
what's
no
it-
bringing me down?
What's it like? Are you officially like your job is assistant producer? So are you peer level with Mike Anderson now, or are you?
No, Mike Anderson
he's
is
still higher than you.
he's the
'Cause
executive
he's
producer.
he's exec.
yeah, and I'm gonna let you know right now, I will never in a million years know what Mike Anderson knows. He's a fucking genius.
Is I've never met the guy. I've
He's
only heard
humble
of
and
him.
he's quiet, but he knows what he's doing and he's good at it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's
And has a hell of a phone book, I'm sure.
he's fucking great. He's great, and he knows everything out of. I mean, he's helped me out of every situation with audio and like technology. Like he's good. He's really good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
He
so,
will always be the executive producer.
So you're still his Padawan, if you will, to use a
I just
Star
make
Wars reference.
my goal.
Until
My
someone
goal
hires
is to
him away.
make
Until
my
someone
goal
hires
is to make everyone's life easier, and like he trains me to do things the way he knows how to do it, and that I take
Mm-hmm.
I take a workload off so he can do bigger and better things with the show. I don't.
Well, now that they've hired you full time, does that mean? And this is a throwback to some old '98 rock stuff.
Yeah.
But is there going to be the Spiegel mashup songs anymore? Because it's been like years since there's been one, and I legitimately miss them.
Would you like me to bring that up to him tomorrow?
Yes, I would. Now that I got my foot in the door with Whitney
Yeah,
Townsend
I will
and the
say,
ear of
hey,
the rock,
I'll say, hey, Spiegs, I got a request for some Spiegel mashups.
we need.
They miss it.
the songs. I loved them. I know Mike used to. I thought Mike did them anyway.
Yeah,
but
Mike does his time
they're-
machine.
whatever you need to take off his plate so that he can just devote all work hours to making those songs is what needs to happen.
No, I will
and
definitely.
I'll just throw that out there.
No,
I mean, you guys are busy people. I'm
I,
not,
you know, it is. It's actually
And who
very,
am I?
very busy. People think that I just fucking fart around all day, eating Oreo cookies and telling dick and fart jokes to these dudes, but it's a lot of work.
no, I believe it. I mean, there's everything is a job, especially if it seems like it's fun. It's probably harder than you can imagine.
I tell that to everyone. I
Yeah.
say, you think that these dudes are just
And
having a
still
great
fun.
time and you know they're just fucking off, but they run a tight ship and they run a tight hour and they're very good at it.
Yeah,
They're
and
very, very good at it.
And I've noticed that with anything, not just in like in radio with my very limited experience of maybe being in a studio once or twice, but just going around. If you notice anybody who has like a job that appears to be just super fun and that they love it, and you're like, man, I would kill to have this guy's job. He probably works harder, like 10 times harder than you even imagine.
Yeah.
You know,
I totally agree.
because you enjoy yourself when you do such a good job. Usually, you know, I know if I accomplish something and I
Yeah.
do something really well, that I exude confidence after that, and you love it and you get excited about coming in the next day.
I concur.
So-
Every day I light up. I'm like, oh my god, I work here. This is amazing. I know it's crazy, but every day I'm like, oh my god, I have my own drawer. My lip gloss is in it. I have my own creamer here. Like I work here. I love it.
Well, congrats again to you, ma'am. Congrats
Thank you.
again to you.
Thank you. Sorry, fucking cough. Go away. The show's not about me. It's about you. You're the guest.
Okay, what else you got for me?
I wanted to bring up something topical, but we are running out of time. Do you have any upcoming shows?
Upcoming
Besides
shows.
Wits End tonight.
I might go by the Wits End tonight. I got a text from Joe Robinson. What does Joe Robinson want?
What does Joe Robinson want?
Oh, we're Joe Robinson and myself and Mike Quinlan are all booking the Baltimore Comedy Factory's new talent competition. So it was about that and people, and if any comics are listening,
Not that he was listening.
yeah, and if any comics are out there that are interested in doing those dates, just let me know. Shoot me a Facebook message or inbox me or whatever. But other comedy shows, like obviously Wednesday nights, I'm there every Wednesday at Coco Lane.
Cacao Lane?
Cacao Lane, Coco Lane, which is really exciting. What other ones I got this month? I got waving.
If someone wants to do Coco Lane and they've never done it, how do they get?
Oh, they
contact with you?
can they can do Coco Lane Comedy at gmail.com. Just shoot me shoot me an email. I add you to the distribution list, and it's very much it's a weekly sign up. I send it out Thursday. I put the lineup by Saturday or Sunday, so you know if you're on Wednesday. And I just do that so there's not 2 million people that come up to the room. I keep a giant Excel spreadsheet of anybody who's ever performed there, so I know the last time you were up compared to the other guy. And I do.
But
a pretty
Chris
good
Restivo
job.
gets chosen over everyone.
No, Chris Restivo. By the way, Chris Restivo hasn't actually been booked since
But
March,
you let him go up.
April. I'll let people.
So I'm just gonna
if a
show up
comic-
every Wednesday,
If a comic shows
and I'll be
up-
like, "What? I'm not on this fucking spreadsheet."
Yeah, no. This is how it goes. So if you're not on the list to perform that night, if you show up, as soon as I get through all the signups, the ones that are due up in the rotation, I'm willing to keep going and keep the show going as long as the audience is willing to stay.
Yeah.
So if you show up, Rob Mayer probably comes up every other week because he'll just come
lives
and get
nearby.
hammered and
Yeah.
we'll hang out and he'll like close out the night. Leland Clayton's another guy. Mike Finazzo, they'll always drop by. Have you had Mickey drop by like once or twice? He'll show
I went
up,
with him
but,
once, I think. Yeah.
And you came with Mickey. And you see lots of weird photos. I saw Larry Lancaster came up like over the summer.
That's
It was
not weird. He's great.
First of all, I only met him once, so to see him just show up at my room, I was like,
Because
cool.
people talk about your room
That's
all the
awesome.
time.
So,
My dad's calling, by the way.
Fuck.
Of course he is.
My dad always
Oh,
calls.
this weekend I'm at Comic Bellissimo's in
February
Westminster.
7th. Yeah,
February 7th.
I actually was supposed to headline that show and I backed out
And you
because
did.
Bob Phillips is
Way in advance, though.
anti-feminist.
Jack, I'm gonna get you a number.
Anti-feminist woman here.
I haven't actually met Bob yet. He seems like a sweetheart. I'm excited to meet him.
Real quick, Eric, we're gonna talk to my dad and see what he
your
wants.
dad?
Yeah, because he just called. He likes to call during
not-
live feeds.
Not like I was plugging my shows.
No, we're gonna talk about Comic Bellissimo. with,
We will get you, dude.
not only are we gonna talk about it, but you're on there with my ex-boyfriend.
Your dad?
I was listening.
Yeah, we know you're listening, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
My dad's done punched out of here a long time ago.
Eric says hi, Dad.
Hi, how you doing? I got a commercial now. I can't see you.
Oh, okay. Well, luckily that Ustream plays commercials, so you can't see us because we're totally naked. It's weird.
Well, it'll be 26, 25, 24 more seconds.
Okay, well, count down, and I'm gonna get off the phone. Okay.
Yeah, we got one of your W-2s are here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Read
Thank you
off
so
all
much.
the important numbers on them.
All right, Dad.
Love you, Dad.
Love you. Bye.
Um,
Did you see how he was counting down the seconds? He goes, it's like 25, 24, 23 seconds left.
He was up to date. He's very up to date. Do you think he really was preemptively saying it though? It was actually
He legit
second
goes, I just
behind?
called to let you know I was listening.
I think he was
No,
counting
we
on the
got
delay.
Ugh.
And the commercials don't interrupt. They're not.
They
blocking
cut
me
it,
out.
yeah.
I'm not important. Don't worry. I don't care anyway.
Comic Bellissimo.
Yeah, Comic Bellissimo.
Cecil County, right?
Is, Cecil County, I guess. No, it's in Westminster, Maryland.
Yeah,
it's
it's
at
up there.
Bellissimo's.
You got a lot of people on
Yeah,
there. There's
Carol.
Jeremy Hall, Krista Board's on the show, Walker Hayes.
Walker Hayes, yeah.
Yeah, a
Very
lot of
lovely
good-
Walker Hayes.
You got a lot of good kids on that show.
And Joe Robinson's closing out the night, I believe.
Joe Robinson is closing out the night. That's correct.
So it should be an exciting show. I'm on that one. And then I got I think T Brad is doing. I'm going to be up at High Tops for. I think they're doing a special Amanda Tracy show. An Amanda Tracy
I'm sorry,
show.
who?
Amanda Tracy. You don't like Amanda Tracy?
She
do
has
you?
a show.
Well, they're doing. I think a benefit show for Amanda Tracy. I think
Oh,
that's what
okay.
it is. Something along those lines.
What's that's this Sunday?
That's the 15th. The 15th. Do you not like Amanda Tracy? Is this something I wasn't privy to, or
I don't even know her.
you don't even know?
Well, she literally has never said a word to me.
She's never. So you're bitter because you never talked to her, or she's
No,
never acknowledged you?
Yeah,
I need to know about this because
Eric, I'm so
remember you-
bitter that this person has never said a word to me.
So
I just don't know her. I don't know.
okay,
I don't
she's a
fucking know
very
her.
very nice girl. Very nice girl.
All right.
I'll tell you all about her.
Please don't. I don't have that kind of time. All right, Eric. Thank you for coming to one of
Oh,
your friends.
gosh.
Oh, I wish I had a fucking board in front of me right now.
Oh yeah, and then I got the show in Greenbelt on the 24th, whatever his name's room is. I don't know. Check out my Facebook page. I put a lot of stuff on there. Follow me on
How
Twitter.
comfortable are you friending people?
You have to have a certain. It depends.
What is your number? What's your max number of mutual friends for you to say yes?
So it has to be over like 10.
Has to
mutual
be
friends.
over 10.
Unless you're a comedian, in which case I've never met you. If you're a comic that I've never met, it's usually over 60. If that's
Wow.
weird. Because I feel like you can meet like 60 people at like 3 mics, so that's not
Yeah.
that's
I have
too close.
comedian friends that I have like 160
Yeah,
mutual
exactly.
friends with, and I don't fucking know who they are.
Really? I just see. I will very, and I won't ever be the person that sends them the friend request. I wait for it.
I've
wait
gotten
for it.
real loosey goosey with my friend
Except for
requests
Seton,
lately.
except for Seton Smith, I sent him one.
Yeah. Well,
Seton's
Seton's amazing.
and he's hilarious.
Yeah, no, he's great.
So.
I have gotten real lenient with my friend requests lately. I always wait for the friend request. For some reason, I've been hitting the button like crazy lately.
Yeah, so I mean, if I've legitimately
Wonder what
seen
happened
you,
there.
if I've looked through your trash, if I've stalked you in some way, we are going to be Facebook friends. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
Or I'm the Columbia Comic on Twitter.
Yes,
for right
yes,
now.
you are. We've
I
actually
have tens
we
of
tagged
followers.
you. We tagged you in
tens
a,
of followers.
You do have tens of followers. We tagged you in a Twitter feed, so hopefully the fans
and,
will see you and love you. This is one of my most favorite shows. This has been a brutally honest show, and I'm gonna get a lot of texts after this. I know it.
You think so? Did I
know
get you
it,
in
I know
trouble
it.
or something like that?
You asked me questions, which isn't the norm here.
Oh,
That
yeah?
doesn't normally happen. And then
Well,
I
wanted to know about
I
the
was
Wendy
a little
Townsend.
too right, and I was a little too honest about it. And my dad didn't even know why I broke up with Chris, and he just fucking outed me.
There's nothing wrong, and you didn't have to talk about it. You were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Just cut me off right
yeah, but
there.
here's the thing.
I
like,
fucked up. I apologize.
no, I genuinely want people to answer my questions, and I want them
Mm-hmm.
to answer them honestly. So why wouldn't I give you the same?
Okay.
It does not bother me. I don't.
God,
If
I'm
people want to ask
excited.
me questions, you get an honest answer, and then I move on with my
Well, I
life.
didn't start any controversy.
There's
or
no
anything.
controversy.
Well,
None.
Not
I
gonna be a
said-
fucking controversy.
Well, I just didn't.
If they
start
text
any
me, they text me. I'll
controversy.
be very busy assistant producing a morning show.
I'll be busy living the great life.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just kidding. That was the most dickish thing I've ever said.
That's not true. You're big time now. You let people know about
No,
it.
I'm
okay?
gonna go home and feed my dog and hope that he poops in time for me to go to bed. So let's be honest, I'm really nobody. I'm nobody cool.
I think you're cool.
No,
I
I
think you're cool.
I think you're
watched
cool.
3 awesome dudes do something amazing, and I just happen to enjoy clipping audio for them or bringing them coffee. That's pretty much what I do.
I would bring you coffee.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke for Speegs. He does love the Diet Coke.
I would bring you coffee.
You know what I love? You know what I love?
I would.
You know what I love?
What's that?
The Eric Woodworth. That's what I love.
No,
That's
I
what I love.
shouldn't. You shouldn't love me.
They come in a mug.
He does come in a mug. I
do.
I heard that about him.
Often.
Tracy had to pull it out of the dishwasher.
Oh yeah, and then it's my daughter's. Next month is my daughter's ballet recital on the 15th.
Is
so
this the
that'll be
one that's
exciting.
turning 4 next month?
Yeah.
He went from
Yeah.
cum to his daughter.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
I mean, how do you think she was made, Michael?
Okay.
Turkey baster.
All right.
Turkey baster.
All right.
Yeah.
sweet.
I've recorded a comedy album too. It's not out yet, but it will
When
be
does it
out
come
one
out?
day. I'm thinking probably sometime in the spring. I should have it all.
What's
lined
it called?
Up. It'll be called Dick Jokes in A minor, I think. Dick Jokes in A minor.
I'm gonna need a copy of that.
It'll be yours, my friend. It'll have a. I did just under an hour. About last month. So it was exciting.
You will be part of Comedy
Joshua.
Sunday here.
Yeah.
Joshua Caderna recorded it.
Josh
for me,
Caderna.
which is he's awesome of the
No, he's
digression
great.
sessions,
He
and
is great.
he has an ability to stock famous comedians that come in and get
No,
podcast
he-
interviews.
yeah,
with them.
right?
He is amazing, dude.
He
Every
does
time
get
I
some
see him, like,
sweet, sweet guests
he's-
on that fucking show.
he's got the most star-studded podcast I think on anybody around here.
That's
Wendy's
accurate.
dealing with Eric Woodworth, and he's going and hunting down.
Whoa! I
Patton
did have like
Oswalt.
Matt Davis, Amelia, Justin Schlegel as guests over here.
Oh, that is pretty awesome.
Just so you know,
I love Amelia, by the way.
she's awesome.
I don't get to hear her as often as I used to.
She scared the hell out of my
But-
roommate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because she came in the front door. She was the one person that came in the front door. It's funny.
The Amazon woman.
She is. She's large.
Big girl. Sweet,
Large lady.
sweetheart.
I love her to death.
She's awesome.
She's very nice. The times I got to meet her.
No, she's wonderful. Eric, thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having
And
me.
thank
This
you
was
so
a
much for
blast.
asking me questions. I'm gonna turn my phone off.
Well, it's just we go back and forth, so I felt like I just felt like it was okay. to
Nah,
ask
dude,
that.
I don't
Did I
care.
break format?
No,
Did I
you're
mess
great.
up the show?
I fucking love it. You
I
do what you
mess up
want.
the show.
Make yourself comfortable.
This is how not to get invited back to
Shut
the Wendy
up.
and Friends show, is to ask her personal
We've had no
questions.
repeat guests, so
Not
you're
yet.
okay.
No, we bump people.
Okay.
We actually have bumped people for other people. That's true.
Hi, Jack.
So
What?
I want to be the first one to bump somebody else off the show in the future.
Okay. Give me who, and then I'll book them.
I
and
want to
then
know.
Say.
We'll come up with a list of people,
Give
but
me
I
a
want to
list.
bump them at the last minute. I
Yeah.
wanted to actually be here and have to watch. In
I
the
want you to
corner.
walk in. I'll be like, "Hey, do you mind turning around because Eric just?"
Because
came
Eric's
in."
just here, and I'm gonna wear like a Ric Flair like sequin shine thing, and then come in to like music and everything.
Like anybody can find this place again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
that's
need to
true.
wear a Ric Flair thing to just see outside. But
We'll
yeah,
do
that'd be
it.
awesome, and I had a blast coming here. It was
Good.
really
I thank
awesome.
you,
It
and thank
was great.
Tracy for letting you come.
Yes, thank you. She's
Double entendre.
Oh.
I can't stop doing that. All right. Thank you. Seriously though, and Coco Lane is one of my most favorite rooms to perform in. It just sucks that I have an early morning. I want to get there, and I want to get there soon.
You just
so.
let me know, sweetheart. I'll have you up early.
I will.
And you
You
can go. You can like open up the show and then just leave. You'll be home by 10 o'clock. Be fun.
I'll do it.
Just let me know the Wednesday you want to come out.
I do it. I'll do that. I definitely will.
Yeah, check me out at Coco Lane, Eric Woodworth on Facebook, and the Columbia
Yes.
Comic on Twitter, and Instagram.
And
I don't care.
and
Don't
the
follow me on
the Rugby
Instagram. It's
Guys.
useless. And the Rugby Guys podcast with me and John Goodwin. If you want to listen about rugby or just hear two guys talk about being good rugby players 10 years ago, it's an awesome show.
Let Michael and I know when your comedy album comes out, and we
I
will
will,
retweet it.
definitely.
We will retweet it and tag you for the masses.
And I'll be
Beautiful.
and I'll play it.
yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike.
Yes. Thanks. Play us out, Michael.
You've been listening to Wendy and Friends. You can find more information on Wendy and her comedy at wendytownsend.com. Wendy is also on Twitter at Wendy Stars. That's Wendy with an I.
Where were you when I was burned and broken? While the days slip by from my window, watching. And where were you when I was hurt and I was helpless? Because the things you say and the things you do surround me. While you were hanging yourself on someone else's words, dying to believe in what you had, I was staring straight into the shining sun. Lost in thought and lost in time, while the seeds of life, the seeds of change we planted outside the rain, fell dark and slow. While I pondered on this dangerous, irresistible pastime, I took a heavenly ride through our silence. I knew the moment had arrived took